Okay, so today we are going to do some craft again. I have a lot of decluttering to do, but I really didn't have the time because I have a lot of work to do. You know, with the holidays arriving soon, it gives me a lot of more work, and especially that I will have maybe a few changes in my life. So it makes the thing a little more complicated. I will talk about that later, it's not a big deal. About Marcolis, I have a lot to say, but I don't know for what reason. When I'm at a change in my life, I have difficulties to talk and talk also. So that was easy. So anyway, I wanted to do some craft because it's the kind of things which I would say relax me, and I thought that you could enjoy as well what I'm doing. So there is something that I've been doing a lot in my life, not only now but in my life in general. It's recycling some glass by painting on it. So for example, I have this bottle. There was some orange juice in it, which was hanging around since a while. I couldn't throw it because I like the very simple shape, and I thought that I would paint on it, and then you can use it like a bottle or like a small vase for just one flower, like that. The shape is very simple, nothing extraordinary, but I don't know why I like this bottle. And usually I don't keep the, how we call that, the cap, but I like this one. It has kind of an industrial look, and I wanted to keep it. So the first thing that I did is to clean it, of course, to wash it because it must be cleaned, and also to clean it with some alcohol. So I used some Windex like last week. Last week I used some Windex on some glass. Same thing here because it really removes all the traces. It's better maybe that I don't touch it too much. So what I'm using to paint on glass, usually I have a big stock of that. It's Ceramica by Marabout, but it's a French brand, so I am not sure if you are going to find that in the US. But anyway, any paint on glass is good. Also, if you have some acrylics which are glossy, usually if you fix them in the oven, they stay on glass. I can tell you because I tried them so many times and it worked. Otherwise, I also have this brand which is a PBO porcelain. Actually, it's a paint for porcelain, but it works on glass too. For glass, it's called Vitrea, but it's exactly the same. I use them without making a difference between them because both work. So any paint on glass or porcelain will work, but be sure that it's something to fix in the oven, because if you buy a paint which is not to be fixable in the oven, it's better not to put it in the oven, because if it's oil based you could set a fire in your home. So check before using it that it's well written that it's fixable in the oven. If it's not, well, you don't have to fix it in the oven. You just have to wait that it dries and it will stay. I like the ones which are fixable in the oven. Why? Because they are water-based, so it's easier to use and to clean your brushes. But I also have some which are oil-based, but I use them less because they smell, and then I have to clean my brushes with some mineral spirit, and I try to avoid that as much as possible. I think I'm going to use these ones today. This one is what they call ivory, but actually it's white. I hope they are not dry because I've had them since such a long time. This is kind of it's a clear gloss paint, but actually it's like a varnish, so I always use that at the end. And this is French green. I don't know why French green. I don't know what is French in that. Okay. And this is just yellow. As brushes, you can use synthetic brushes. It's actually better because these paints are a little aggressive. I also have some Martre I always forget the name in English. Martin? Maybe if I want to do some details I will use them, but usually I prefer avoiding using them because I prefer keeping the mark for the oil paint. I also took that because I thought maybe I could need it. I will start with the synthetic one. Also there is these things which are cloisonné liners. You can bake that too. The only thing is that usually it always dries, so you always have to clean the tip, because usually, let me see if it's dry. Yeah, you see? In such a case, what I do is that I open it, if I manage to, because usually it's stuck also. Oh, okay. And then you put it under hot water, and once the paint is a little mellow, with a pin you can completely clean it. So I take this bottle, maybe we remove that, and I'm going to do some lily of the valley and maybe daisies. I don't know, I will see. I like painting lilies of the valley. We don't have some here, and I missed that. Oh, the liner is not great. I have another green. Let's see if it works. Yes, this one works, and I don't even have to clean the tip. Okay, let's go. So I'm just tracing the main lines, but then I will come with the paint. You can paint only with the paint if you want, you don't need to have that. Better to shake, but if it's not enough, you know, when you go to Starbucks, take the small thing to mix, and to mix well the paint, because you want to have as much pigment as possible, because if you take only the medium, you won't have a lot of color. It's going to dry fast because it's really hot today. You are going to say when it's not hot in Los Angeles. Remember the brand of this brush, but it's absolutely perfect. I think it's a brush that a friend of mine brought me back from London a very long time ago. She visited London and she knew that I was painting. Of course, she was working with me at Rougier et Play, and she brought me back this brush for me to try. And I absolutely love it. It's synthetic, but it's perfect for that. If it's not opaque enough for your taste, you can always do a second coat. I don't always do a second coat. If I like it as it is, I leave it like that. Now I'm going to do the flowers. What I do when I don't manage to open a jar like that, I put it under very hot water. So I don't know if it's because it melts the paint, or maybe the plastic becomes a little wider, and then I manage to open it. So you must know that hot water is the best remedy. I will take the same brush, just I remove the green paint on it. So you put your brush in water, it's water based. If you don't know how to paint, you don't know how to draw, you are not good at that, it's very easy. You can, for example, transfer an image or a flower on a paper, and then you put your paper behind the glass as much as you can. Of course, here it's complicated because it's a bottle, but if it's a glass, for example, it's easy to put a paper behind, and then you just have to follow the drawing. I think there is not enough flour, so I'm going to add. I will probably go back on the twigs, but it needs to dry first. Okay, I think it's enough. I must not put too much. I think you managed to see. I don't like the twig because the product is still working but a little dry, so I will go back once it's dry because I don't want to disturb what I've done. And I will probably go back also on the leaves because I think it's not enough. I can't put it up because it needs to dry flat. Otherwise it's going to run towards the bottom. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it dry and I will come back on it. I hope it will be dry enough before the end of this video. I want to avoid the packages, and maybe I will put a little white in my green. I rarely use one color only. I don't know if you see what I'm doing. So I must be careful because the green is starting to dry, and when I arrive with another paint which is not dry, it's a little complicated, but well, you know, I try. Still, I'm cheating a little. Okay, I'm not going to insist on this part because it's a little risky. I will have to come back with another coat. Yeah, I like when there are two colors because it looks less flat, a little more natural. I will let it dry like that and I will come back with the second coat. I hope that that is not going to go down. Maybe I will put it like that. Yes, that's the problem on the round shapes. While it's drying, I'm going to show you something else. Oh, yeah, I wanted to do something on that too. Wait, so quickly. I will let it dry like that and I will probably come back with a second coat as well. So I wanted to show you something else. I have these glasses which are very old. It's you know, it's for mint tea, you know, it's I don't know, Moroccan glasses. The color completely disappeared and I only have this kind of what is supposed to be gold, but it's not gold since a very long time. But I like the design and I was thinking, you know, they are nice like that too, but I wanted to add a little color. And I have these things which are for glass, actually it's vitrea, and I used that a very long time ago on a glass, and it goes in the oven too, and it stays. It's incredible, it stays. And I don't have the glass anymore because it broke, but the paint was still there. Okay, so I'm going to, maybe I will use this one. Seems to be a little dry to me. Oh, the purple is completely dead. Okay, I have to throw it. And this one is supposed to be neutral. What does it mean, neutral? I don't know the color neutral. And I have this other one. It's for porcelain, but it's the same. It's Marabout. And let's see if it's still working. So I have this purple. Yes, it works. And I have this orange, which works, and this yellow. Let's see if the yellow is working. It seems to work, so okay, let's try that. So as you can see, the colors are a little transparent, but never mind what I do, same thing. I let it dry, and then I put a second coat, and then I put it in the oven. This blue is named Cobalt Blue. This brush is a Raphael number 1 and the model is 343. It's for stencils. So you see, as we can see better when we do the second coat, it dries really fast because it's very thin and it's really hot today here. Yeah, so don't hesitate to go with the second coat. And my flower, I'm going to do something else than pink because we don't see it. The orange is not top, it's almost dry. So you get the idea. And once I made the second coats and I'm satisfied with the result, I can come back as much as I want. If I want to put 3 coats, I can. So once it's done, I let it dry, let's say until tomorrow, and tomorrow I put it in the oven. So the oven, they say 160 degrees Celsius. So I search on internet and it's 320 degrees Fahrenheit. So 320. The other paint, this one, it's 150 degrees Celsius. So it's about 302 or 3 degrees Fahrenheit. You can put it at 310 degrees Fahrenheit. I already did it and it worked. When you put it in the oven, you must put it with the oven cold. You put your glass inside and then you put the temperature. Because if you put your cold glass in the warm or hot oven, the glass could break. So the best is to put it when the oven is cold, and once it's hot, you let it, I think they say 30 minutes, and then you stop the heat, but you leave the glass inside the oven until it's completely cold, and then you can remove the glass from the oven. You must have enough space in your oven to be able to make the bottle stand up, because you can't lie it down. Then if you have motifs in the background, behind, it's going to stick to the oven, so it's better to make it stand up. I have this glass. Actually, there was a candle in it, and then the candle was over. I cleaned the glass. I used the glass to drink. It looks like a glass for whiskey, but I don't really drink whiskey, well, not very often, so I use it for water. But I'm going to decorate it as well. Maybe I will start with my markers, and then I will do the second coat with some paint, maybe. If you don't see well, you can always put something white in the background, like, sorry, I don't have a page here, but for example, if you put something white in the background like that, you see better what you are doing. See, this one wants to run away all the time, so that is a problem. So you have to clean it before putting it in the oven, otherwise it's going to stay like that. Usually, you know, I work only on one side and I wait it for drying, and then I work on the other side. I want to go too fast, that's not good. We must not work like that. You know, I'm filming, I want to show you the end result, so I go too fast and it's not good. And anyway, obviously it seems that the markers are great when they are new, but once they start drying a little, it's not exactly the result I expected. But it's okay, it's okay. So I'm going to let it dry, because I have the feeling to make stupid things right now. I will probably do some twigs between the flowers, maybe with some paint, maybe with a liner, I'm not sure yet. So I have a lot of troubles with my butter, because I don't know why my white disappears. I've never seen that. Look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flowers which disappeared. It's the second time that I do the flowers and they disappear. I never saw that. I've been painting on glass since, I don't know, 20 years, and at least. I've never seen that. So maybe it comes from the paint itself, I don't know. I will start again my flowers. So I'm not crazy, there is some white here. Here. So you see, if it happens to you, you are not crazy. It happens. I must let it dry, and we will see if it does it again. If it does it again, it's obvious that it's coming from the paint itself. I'm curious to see how the white is going to react here. I will use some orange paint because my marker, the orange, was too old and we can't really see it, so it will be better like that. So this is a dark red, it's no, it's violet. Yeah, it looks between violet and red. We can see better the flower like that. I will do the same here. Clear one, it's like a varnish. I use it like a varnish. It means that I put that on my flowers. You don't have to do that. It gives them a more glossy look, and I like when it's glossy on my glass, and I think that it protects a little the paint, but you don't have to do it. So you can do it or not do it. It's up to you. If you don't like glossy, don't do it. At least on the metal, I think it's some aluminium. The white worked. They seem to want to stay. That is a progress, because after, oh no, I have one which maybe I didn't redo it. Maybe okay, I must redo it. One is missing here. I should call the video the disappearing white. I will do a second coat on the other ones. What is weird is that some of them stayed and some of them disappeared. That is really, really strange. The liners, you have a lot of colors. You have, this is for porcelain, but you see all the colors I have. Some are vitrea, so it means for glass. Some are for porcelain, but actually it's absolutely the same product. I have blue ones like that, and I also have those ones which are copper, gold, silver, pewter, black. So you really have the choice in many colors. I'm not selling these products, I'm just telling you what you can find. And I know that I think that PBU exists in the US, because I think that I bought some here. See some parts where the liner disappeared, so now I'm wondering if it doesn't come from the quality of the glass, because I never had that before. I know that I didn't do the liner perfectly, but still there is a lot missing, so I start having a doubt about the glass itself. I'm not going to hide the fact that it hurts the hand, because you have to put a pressure. Usually you don't have even to touch the glass. You must just deposit the liner on the glass. Okay, I'm satisfied with the liner for now. I must let it dry, but I will probably have to come back with the green color in my leaves and maybe another coat on the flowers, by hoping that they are not going to disappear this time. Usually I signed with my initials. So for example, this glass is a glass I drink in it every day. I painted it like 8 years ago, and you see it didn't move, so I painted here, I painted here. The gold is some gold liner. There is some gold and copper liner here, and some paints, and also some pink liner. And this It's something that I made just for myself. It's a little vintage glass that I painted with some grass and wheat. And you can put a small, oops, there is a cat hair in it. Okay, so this week it's not a battery problem, it's a memory problem. Yes, I was showing you this. So here there is some gold, some green liner, some paint. There is some yellow and green I signed here, and I show you all around like that, and you can see you can put little votive, and it's really nice. The colors are really nice. So don't look at the cardboard in the background, it's my installation to hold the camera. I'm sorry about that. Basically I finished my bottle. I could add some details, and here I finished that. So finally the white remained. I added some it's not gold, it's vermeil. Yes, we call that vermeil in English too, obviously, you see. So it's not exactly gold, it's between gold and copper. Here I put on the leaves too, and I'm going to let it dry until tomorrow, and tomorrow I will add the varnish. I will let it dry again, and then it will go in the oven. And then my two little things here. So you see that I added some color at the bottom, because there was some originally, it was red. And you see what I did. I added also some gold, some vermeil, like that. And I will use them, or maybe for candles. It's cute. The other one is like that. It's not exactly the same, but whatever. It completely changed the glasses. I'm glad. And this one is the glass. So here I used also some vermeil and also some pink red liner, and I did that. So that I'm going to use to drink it. So same thing, I let it dry, I put the varnish, and then it goes in the oven. And once it went in the oven, it remains on the glass. You can wash it. It could go in a dishwasher. The only problem is that it's going to remove the sheen of your paints. So I suggest that you clean them by hand. It's better. It's not a big deal. What is nice is when you put them all together like that. I love that. Okay, so I hope you like this video. I'm glad that I'm able to film at least the end. We are several hours later. I see you very soon. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to comment. You know the whole speech. I'm not going to redo it again. Anyway, you do whatever you want. It's your freedom. So I see you very soon. Bye bye. Bye bye.